Alright, so today we're going to talk about 3 things to expect once you hit level 60 in Honkai Star Rail. Now, level 60 is going to be in a very interesting time, and I definitely think it's important for a lot of players to be able to know what exactly they are going to expect at Trailblaze level 60 so they can be ready for some of the changes that happen, because level 60 is going to give a lot more freedom to take your time and just, do the things that you first need to do to make sure you can, take on the content on your account, but then you'll also probably have enough time to be able to spend whatever time you want to do other things. So, first things first, in terms of like the more necessary things that happen, once you hit Trailblaze level 60 and you do the Equilibrium challenge to raise your Equilibrium level to 5, the first thing is that the just general world difficulty is going to increase. The overworld enemies are going to be higher level. For Calyxes, you're going to unlock the final difficulty 6, where the characters are level 72 that you're fighting, and should give you some more better drops as well. Better chance of getting the purple drops, which is definitely going to be very nice. Then also, same thing applies with the weekly bosses, and I'll go over to one of them really quickly so we can look at that. The weekly bosses will also have a stronger difficulty and better drops as well for those weekly materials. Yeah, so you'll unlock difficulty 5 for weekly bosses, which is level 75. And then at Equilibrium 6, which is at Trailblaze level 65, you'll unlock the final difficulty, which is level 82 for weekly bosses, which is definitely going to be challenging at first, for sure. But yeah, so just the first thing is just make sure you're ready for those difficulty increases. And that's why, like in some of my other videos talking about Trailblaze level and just the increase in difficulty and content as you increase your Trailblaze level, to focus on your damage dealers. Like for me, I have my Sela all up to level 70. She'll be the first one I get to Ascension 6, level 80 once I get to Trailblaze level 60, which I am about to hit 59. So that's going to be pretty exciting for me once I hit 60 and be able to get Ascension 6 and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that is the first thing. Then the second thing is, I kind of just alluded to it as well, is getting Ascension 6. Now the reason this is so important, not just because of a character level, which, that'll increase your stats and that's really great, but it's because you unlock your last major trace. Now some characters have better major traces than others, but some of these can really benefit your account. And, the one I'm looking forward to the most right now is actually Bronia's, because Bronia's just gives a flat 10% damage boost to your entire team, which is really huge for her as a support character. And obviously I'm not going to go through all of these here, but different characters will have different things. Some are going to be better than others for sure. I think Bronia's is one of the best, if not the best in the game. So, and you don't even have to get them to level 80 for that major trace, right? You just need Ascension 6. So just doing the Ascension once they're at 70. Once you get that, you'll be able to unlock that trace. Then I also want to bring up the fact that it's just going to be very expensive to do a lot of this stuff for Ascension 6, because the Ascension itself, and then for every trace that unlocks with it, is 160,000 credits, which, I mean, I have 1.5 million right now just because of the events, and I haven't had to do too much because I did a lot of it before the events, but at the same time, this is going to drain people's credits for sure. So, I'm glad we're getting a good amount of credits and everything from events, so we have more events coming in 1.1, so that'll definitely help out people who are at a similar pace as me, going to hit 60 soon, and are going to have to, deal with getting all these major traces. But yeah, that is definitely important as well. And I also just want to point out too that, level 80 light cones will give you more stats and stuff like that. And getting a character to level 80, which you shouldn't rush, which I'll get into like time management and stuff in my third and final point for the video. But I definitely think that getting that Ascension 6 done on your characters with those most important third traces, as well as look at your damage dealers, that'll be really helpful. Like I'm gonna get Sela to Ascension 6, and her thing gives her more action advancement, which is good. I'm going to get Bronya to Ascension 6 because of that damage boost, and then let's see what Servals is because she's my other damage dealer. Upon defeating an enemy, attack is increased by 20% for 2 turns, so she gets even more attack. Yeah, so very good ones. I'm, once again, not going to go over every characters, but it is something that you could definitely look forward to. And then the final point I want to make, and I think this is so important, is the fact that you're going to be able, once you hit Trailblaze level 60, to really take your time and not feel like you're ranking up like kind of fast, because the amount of rank XP that you need, the amount of Trailblaze XP that you need to get from 59 to 60 is, you know, it goes up by a very similar amount. Like right now in the 50s, it's going up by like 500 per Trailblaze level. So to get from 59 to 60, you need a bit more than 10,000 Trailblaze XP, but from 60 to 61, you need double that. It jumps up to 20,000. And because of that, like, for me right now, to get from 58 to 59, it's taking me a few days. So it's probably going to take, like, maybe like a week and a half if I'm not using fuel or, like, any extra ways to get Trailblaze XP to get from 60 to 61. So it's going to take a good amount of time to get from Equilibrium 5 at 60 to Equilibrium 6 at 65. And even when you get to 65, all you're really getting is more difficulty stuff. There's no further ascensions for characters and all that kind of stuff. So once you hit 60, I feel like you can really be comfortable with getting your main team, you know, to where you want them to be. And then just taking your time building up, whether it's like your secondary team or if there's characters that you haven't been able to invest in yet because you've been keeping up with ranking up. You're not really going to have to worry about too much of that anymore, and you'll finally be able to invest in some of those characters. So like once I get my main characters done and like my secondary team at a decent level, I'm probably going to start building characters like March 7th, Su Shang, I want to build Qing Shui. So just being able to build those characters as well, because I won't have to worry about my main team anymore, is going to feel so nice. I'm going to have a lot more variety on the account. And it's just going to make the gameplay a lot more fun too, to just have more characters to use. But yeah, let me know in the comments what Trailblaze level you are if you made it this far. But I definitely am very excited to see what Trailblaze level 60 is. I'm just, you know, kind of farming what I need to farm right now for like my Silver Wolf right now, as I'm approaching 59 and I'm going to be approaching 60. You know, we'll see how Trailblaze level 60 treats us once we actually get there.